Facepalm America, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Beowulf Rockland. Welcome, and today is a day of victory. Not a huge victory, but a tangible, definable, satisfying victory for those who support democracy in the United States of America. Why is today a victory? Why, you ask? Because a member of the Trump administration is going to jail. Actually gone to jail, reported to jail, is in prison. And for that I say, hurrah! Yes. It's finally happened. I came on this podcast months ago, and I think I played the same music because Steve Bannon was convicted and was going to jail. He hasn't seen jail time yet. Steve Bannon has not. He gets to be out pending appeal. But that is not true of ex-Trump White House advisor Peter Navarro. Yes. He reported to a federal prison in Miami Tuesday afternoon to begin a 4-month sentence for refusing to comply with a congressional subpoena related to the January 6th, 2021 attack on the Capitol. Hurrah! Hurrah, I say! Navarro's last-ditch attempt to remain free while appealing his contempt of Congress conviction was shot down Monday evening by U.S. Chief Justice John Roberts in a rare in-chambers opinion, a written explanation for his ruling on the case in which he didn't refer to the full court for consideration. So even Trump's packed Supreme Court said, no, sorry, not going to help you out there, buddy. Sorry, Peter Navarro, you are actually going to jail. You are going to be accountable for the crimes you have committed. You're not going to remain out there. You're not going to, delay this like Donald Trump has. He's walking around even though he's got 91 indictments against him in a way that no one else that you can imagine ever would. Yet somehow he's walking around free. No more with Peter Navarro. Roberts, the Chief Justice, said he denied Navarro's application because the ex-Trump White House economic advisor forfeited any argument challenging the district court's conclusion that executive privilege was not invoked by Trump, citing an appeals court decision. Navarro, 74, was convicted last year of 2 counts of contempt of Congress, one for failing to produce documents related to the probe, and the other for skipping his deposition before the Selection House Committee. I think that means Select House Committee. News article that investigated the events surrounding the January 6th attack on the Capitol. So, and that's the thing too. Like, how long have, I remember members of the George W. Bush administration who were subpoenaed to testify before Congress, and this just ignored it, and nothing ever happened to them. And I said to myself, this is a broken system. You issue a subpoena and nobody has to pay attention to it? What does our legal system actually mean? Well, now, I guess we're finding out that, at least in some limited cases, it does mean something. It does mean something. And that's reassuring to me. It is reassuring to me. Maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe this is just the example that proves the rule, that it doesn't work. I don't know. You tell me. If you want to call me and tell me if you think this is meaningful or a good thing, you can do that at 202-656-6271. You can send me a message there and let me know what you think. Or you can leave a voice message and I'll get you on the show and we'll talk about it. Is this significant? To me, it makes me feel very good, very positive that this has actually happened. I didn't want to delve into the story. I know I mentioned it earlier in the week when I spoke with John Rothman, but he hadn't actually gone to jail at that point, and now he's actually gone to jail. It's actually happened. My God. I was kind of thinking it wouldn't, and I guess there was a potential for it not to because John Roberts reviewed it, but John Roberts turned him down. Now, here's another aspect to it. I was talking about this with my daughter, and she is a justice. She's an abolitionist when it comes to the prison system in America. And what that means is that she believes that our current prison system is so thoroughly screwed up, and it is, that it should be essentially broken down, eliminated, and rebuilt. And her perspective on this is that even though she understands that this is like one of the few guys, unlike the drug dealers and other people who fill many of our prisons, this is a guy who has actually done harm to masses of people in this country by twisting its rules and tried to turn it into a dictatorship and trying to overthrow the Constitution. Even though she understands those things, she doesn't think that it is helpful to send someone to prison as a punishment. She certainly doesn't think it about the prison system as it exists today. And maybe she's right about Peter Navarro. I mean, he's 74 years old. And is he really going to change his mind? Is he really going to repent because he's going to prison? I don't know what the facility is like that he's going to in Miami. I imagine it's not a maximum security prison. So it's probably not going to be super-de-duper-de hard. And I think he's only going in for 4 months anyway. But she thinks that this is not really a reason for celebration. I think it is. I really think it is. But I can see her point, because we really have a screwed up justice system. And the fact, frankly, that I'm so jubilant and exuberant about the fact that Peter Navarro is going to jail is kind of proof of that. It should just be a regular thing, under our system. And he shouldn't be under threat of, physical violence or sexual assault or anything like that, things that we frequently associate with prison. We have a messed up prison system. I mean, that is absolutely true. But should we be celebrating Peter Navarro going to jail? I think so. But maybe you don't. My daughter doesn't. You tell me what you think. 202-656-6271. Call or message. We'll talk to you on the air, or we'll read your message. And I want to hear what you have to say. At the trial, the district judge barred Peter Navarro from using executive privilege as a part of his defense after finding that he failed to prove privilege was ever invoked by former President Trump. Defense attorneys said the decision hamstrung their defense, and during his sentencing, Navarro told the judge he had an honest belief that executive privilege had been invoked. I don't think Peter Navarro has had an honest belief in years. Not in years. Like Navarro, ex-White House advisor Steve Bannon, who I mentioned earlier, was also convicted on 2 counts of contempt of Congress last year and sentenced to 4 months in prison. But a different judge said he could remain free pending appeal. Why? Why are you giving that privilege to him? He should not have that privilege if no other people have it. If a drug dealer can't have it, then a spreader of bile and misinformation who refuses to observe the laws of his country certainly should not. That's my opinion. Bannon argued his case before a federal appeals court in November, but has yet to serve any time, and that pisses me off. Because I jumped the gun, frankly, when that happened. I thought he was going to jail, and I was celebrating. Boy, I was premature. Not so with Peter Navarro. Not so with Peter Navarro, no. Asked whether he had spoken with Trump ahead of his incarceration, Navarro joked to reporters that he would claim executive privilege on that question, too. But he's received the greatest amount of support from Donald Trump and his team. Navarro says he does not want a pardon from Trump should he be reelected, or from President Biden. Good. Good. Then you'll stay there for a while. And that's fine. And in the meantime, we can celebrate. We have so few reasons, I think, to celebrate. I really want to take them while we have the opportunity. Because God knows what's going to happen in the rest of this year, 2024. It's not looking good. I want to take some time and savor this when something goes right. You tell me what you think. 202-656-6271. I'm Beowulf Rockland. This is Facepalm America. You can go to facepalmamerica.com for more information. You can go to twosquaredmediaproductions.com to find out more about the company that produces this show. I want to thank Ace Elson and Rosabelle Hine for producing this program. And until next time, enjoy the day.